So many Milos, so little time. If you're wondering, I am coining the term Milo as kind of slang for code for a white race, for a gay racist. Most of the time they're going to be white, let's be honest. Let's be honest. But for a gay racist, and the name obviously comes from Milo Yiannopoulos, that is ex-gay that went through conversion therapy but still lives with his ex-man as friends. Anyway, so I've been noticing, I've been running into a lot of Milos. I've been running into a lot of these guys. I remember it was probably a month ago at work where they brought this dude in from upstairs into my department. They're like, "Hey, we'd like for you to train this guy." And I'm like, "I'm not training him." And the response was, "Why? Because he's gay, Johnny? Are you a homophobe?" I'm like, "No, I didn't know he was gay, but I did know he was an anti-black racist, which is why I won't train him." Now, I'm like, oh, and then it was kind of surprising at the time, and then like I'm hearing these stories about these other extremely racist gay people. I'm like, what is going on? What is going on? And then of course you have to go back into history. And here's the sad thing about history, especially when it comes to black people. We are collateral damage when it comes to white supremacy. But Johnny, it's literally called white supremacy. It was literally built on the subjugation of black people. No, it was built to suppress the poor white worker, and we were examples of it could be worse, bro. Um, I've been meaning to make a video about that for a while now, but I just can't seem to like fucking sucks. Like that fucking hurts, dude. Like no, like if you look at the history of it, like white supremacy, it was made to oppress and subjugate poor white people. Black people were the scapegoat for capitalism, and that's just how it was. And American capitalism, white supremacy, there is no difference. There may be capitalism in other countries that wasn't built on the same foundations, but when it comes to American capitalism, white supremacy is the same thing. And as black people, we're collateral damage. And you're wondering, it's like, but back to the point. You got this point where being homosexual is now widely accepted nationally. The polls, even I think 60% of Christians are like A-okay with homosexuality. Now, once you get to the trans, those numbers start decreasing. Once you get to the trans folk, the numbers start decreasing. But when it comes to just gay, lesbian, bisexual, approval in America is way up. And once you get approval in America, and then the system has someone to point down on, right? So we got all these people that were ex-Milos. They're like, hey, I'm gay. I can get married now. People at my job aren't hating on me as much. Man, now it's time to engage into white supremacist propaganda, even though this person's life still really, really sucks. And now they're turning around at the Hispanic. Now they're turning around at the black. And they're like, I'm not them though. I may be gay, but I ain't no Negro. Hey, 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 ho, ho, ho. And now they're becoming trapped in a system that oppressed them less than 10 years ago. You know, but as a Negro, as an American Negro, I've seen, we've all seen this before. You saw our alliance with the Jews shattered, our alliance with the Irish shattered, our alliance with the Italians shattered, our alliance with the Puerto Ricans shattered. It's like, as a black man, it's like, okay, yeah, now the gays don't want to talk to us now that they got a tiny bit of white privilege. I really hate using that word, because, like I said before, white supremacy was used to oppress the white American worker, and I am collateral damage, which is one of the reasons that it's very hard to fight white supremacy if the people it's hurting are like, this doesn't exist. Capitalism is fair and balanced and meritocracy. Dog, you are a full fucking clown. Like, get the fuck out of here. Dog, like, to be honest, okay, I'm gonna go off a little off track here. I literally believe I'm in the Truman Show, right? I literally believe I'm in the Truman Show. I believe everyone that talks to me are fucking paid actors. Because the thought of, like, capitalism just existing and people not, like, railing on against it, the state of living in the United States of America is such trash. Like, you can work 50 hours a week in this country and not be able to afford your bills and your rent and your childcare and all this shit, and people aren't like rioting. Like, people are like, oh yeah, this is the best system in the world to produce the best results. You have your motherfucking mind. Like, like, this is crazy. Like, no one can believe this. Like, you are all paid actors. You are not real. Capitalism doesn't exist. No one is working 8 to 12 hours a day, not being able to afford shit and pulling no bitches. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And in a democracy too, where you can just vote away your poor happenstances, but the poorest people in the fucking country are like, no, let's just look, second poorest people in the country, obviously. But there's like the second and third poorest people in the country are like, no, this works. This works. Can someone lend me 25 till Friday so I can feed my fucking children? Holy fuck. No, like, this can't be real. This can't be fucking real. Okay, I'm done.